Hello everybody, it's Pineapple here, back with another video. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you so much for 50 subs. It means the world to me. I didn't really have a 50 sub special planned, so instead we're just going to try to have a whole week of uploads, see how that goes. We'll see what happens. But for today's video, we're talking about Unchained, everyone's favorite floaty archetype, who is getting new support in Dune. Unfortunately, that's like 6 months away for the TCG, but whatever. I want to make content about it today. So let's hop into the deck profile and card by card. So first up, we have 2 copies of Abominable Chained Soul. You can special it if a card is destroyed by battle or card effect, and when it's special summoned, you can get to discard a card non-targeting pop a card on the field. And if it's in your graveyard because it was destroyed on the field and sent to the graveyard, you can special it, but then place it on the bottom of the deck. He's great. Whenever you pop something, pop another thing. Yeah. The dog, you get to target a face-up monster your opponent controls. Link summon a Dark Link monster with using only this card and that card as the materials, which is really great for ripping apart boards. It's targeted removal that just rips apart boards. He is unfortunately a Garnet, but whatever. If he's destroyed by battle or card effect, you also get to special summon or add back. Is it add or add? You get to target. Yeah, it's special summon. You get to target an Unchained in your grave, special summon it, which is really great in the grind, especially with Sorama. But we'll get into that a little later. We have the new Unchained Soul Savara. During the main phase, if it's in your hand, you can target a feed monster or set card you control, pop it, and then special summon this card. And while it's in the main monster zone, you can't special summon anything except fiends. Don't worry. The only thing that's not a fiend that we're making is exactly Dark the Dark Charmer and access code, so it's not even anything to worry about. And if it's sent to the graveyard, you get to set an Unchained spell trap directly from your deck. And each of those is a hard once per turn. Because this is a modern card. But this card is fantastic. It does so much. It's basically another copy of Aruha, as well as getting to set Escape and Chamber directly from deck. We then have one copy of the new Unchained Soul Shayama. It's not as good as the other as Red, but it's still a good card. While it's on the field, you can target a card you control, destroy it. Then you get to destroy one spell or trap card on the field. And if it's in your graveyard, you can target a fiend or set card, destroy it, and special summon this card, but place it on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. Each of those is hard once per turn. Again, another card that's really great in the grind, but not necessarily, for setting up boards. But yeah, it's also a level 6, just like Savara, but why that's important we'll get into later. We have 3 copies of Aruha, obviously. This is your best starter. You get to target a card you control. You can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except fiends, and then you destroy the targeted card, and then you special summon this card from your hand. This card does everything, like all the Unchained cards. If it's destroyed, you get to you get to summon another Unchained from your deck or hand. Aruha's great. 3 copies of Rikea. Quick effect, you get to target a card you control, destroy it, and then you're fiend blocked. And if it's destroyed, it floats again. This card's great to end on because it lets you pop your set cards to summon out things like Soul, etc., etc. 3 copies of Sorama. It's Sorama. You get to target an Unchained card in your graveyard except Sorama, set it to your field, and then destroy a card you control. And if it's destroyed, again, it floats. Just unbelievable card. For hand traps, we're on 3 copies of Ash and 3 copies of Valor. I go back and forth on Droll because Droll's about to get a lot better with the existence of the Super Heavy Sams. But yeah. We then have 3 copies of Abomination's Prison. It's Rhoda for every single card in the archetype. Just unbelievable. You can also add the spell traps. Abomination's Prison is ridiculous. And like all the other Unchained cards, if it's popped while set, you get to summon a Unchained from deck. 3 copies of Crossbeat. Finding exactly what you need is always great. Since we play a lot of duplicates in the extra, Crossbeat works great. We're on 3 copies of Talents. Thrust is really, really good, but I don't have 3 copies of Thrust to play in paper, so I didn't really feel like playing it online. But it's Talents. It's just a really great card. It lets you play through more interruptions. But Thrust specifically would let you set things like Escape and Chamber directly from deck, as well as Prison. We have 3 copies of Chamber. If you can special summon a monster from your hand or graveyard, an Unchained one specifically, and if it's destroyed by card effect, you get to float. Escape, you have target an Unchained you control and a card on the field, pop both. And if it's destroyed by card effect, special summon an Unchained from your deck. 3 copies of Imperm as well as extra hand traps. In the extra, we have 1 copy of Zeus, 1 copy of Wave King High Caesar. It's 2 level 6 monsters, which our new friends certainly are. And it's Solemn Warning as long as it has materials, once per chain. Not even once per chain, sorry, just as long as it has materials, just negate summons. One Mathmech, to go into one copy of Goddess, out weird things, it's a fiend, you can play it under all your locks. It's a really great card. One copy of Abomination, it's just so good. If a card on the field is destroyed by card effect, except by its own effect, you get to target a card on the field, destroy it. When another monster is destroyed by battle, pop another card. During the end phase, pop a card, just, pop 3. Just crazy good. One copy of Access, it's a Dark Link monster that cleans up boards. 2 copies of Anguish. This has you target a special summon monster your opponent controls, and then immediately after this effect resolves, link summon a Dark Link monster, except itself, using the monster and only Anguish as materials. And if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to target a fiend in your grave, add it to your hand. We have 1 copy of Unicorn. Since Rage is, IP Masquerader with opponent's monsters, link 1 away, spin 1 is really good. We have 2 copies of the new Unchained Soul King Yama. This card is unbelievable. It's 2 fiend monsters, so you can't make it with, your other cards, but at the same time, if it's special summoned, you get to add an Unchained monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, just Rhoda. And if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, if a card is destroyed by battle or card effect while it's in your grave, you get to banish it, special summon a fiend from your hand or grave, and then destroy a card you control. Just unbelievable. This card does everything for the deck. 1 copy of Dark the Dark Charmer. Gloomy, again, just like Link Climb with Dark is really, really good, especially when you can link into Dark, bring something back, make Anguish, link away, make access code. Just really, really powerful. 2 copies of Rage. This card, as a quick effect during your opponent's turn, you get to target a face-up special summon monster your opponent controls, and then link summon using it for a Dark Link. And if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to target a fiend in your grave, add it to your hand, which is really good. And then 1 copy of Muckraker. Muckraker just says reborn a fiend at the cost of discard. Unbelievable card. So with that, let's hop into the games. So for our first match, we're up against everybody's favorite Blue Eyes. We'll start with Prosby for 3, and we'll find off the top pretty much nothing that we don't already have in hand. So we'll grab a copy of Aruha, we'll fire Prison here, and we'll grab Escape. We will set Escape and drop Aruha here, pop, and we'll trigger Escape. We'll grab out Sarama. From here, we will Sarama to reset our Escape, and then we will pop our Aruha. We'll trigger Aruha. We'll grab the dog. I should have grabbed. I forget what I should have grabbed. But we'll link off for a 2. For Rakea, and then we'll link off for Rage, and we'll pass back to our opponent here. I definitely did this wrong. I'm still learning this deck. It's very real. They'll start with Dictator of D, and then they will bring out Abyss Dragon. They'll fire Monster Reborn. Here, normal summon Stone, and go for Crocosaur. We're not going to let them draw. We'll Ash that. They'll pop Escape for some reason, which is fine by me. We'll special Aruha, and then go into Soul. And then we will trigger Soul to pop their Abyss Dragon and summon out Savara. They'll attempt to go to battle, and we will link away their Crocosaur and spin away their copy of Dictator of D. In the end phase, they'll get out Jet Dragon, and we really don't care. We'll clean up from here, and we'll draw the best card in our deck, which is Prison. From here, we'll grab another copy of Sarama, and then we'll normal Sarama, and we will, of course, reset Aruha. We'll pop the Aruha, trigger it to get Rakea. Yeah, and from here, we'll link off for Anguish. We'll Anguish to link away their copy of Jet Dragon, go into Access, and they will concede. So, for our second match, we are up against the ever-lovely Hungry Burger deck, which is really good for, I have no idea what the deck does, I can't even lie. But it's Libromancer as well, they'll special out red. We're not going to let them grab any more Libromancer cards. So we'll fire Ash here. They will use Chalice Lime and get out Candle. We really don't want them to add a Ritual spell. We're just going to, force them to go negative. They'll link off for IP and pass back to us, and our hand doesn't do anything either. We'll start with, of course, Prosby for 3, and we'll find nothing because I wasn't greedy enough. We'll take a Chamber here, normal Sarama, and, walk over their IP, and then set 2 and pass back to our opponent. And pray they have nothing. This one pop is going to have to carry our ass. We're not going to let them add off their field spell. We'll trigger Sarama and get Rakea. Yeah, and from here they'll fire Chalice Line for Candle, but there's nothing that we really get here. They'll grab Fish Recipe, and from here they will, of course, fire it. They'll get out. I have no idea how you pronounce these French names. Forgive me. They will excavate the top 5 and take the Ritual Monster. Yeah, from here they'll proceed to Ritual Summon another monster, and this is the one that shuffles 3 cards back when it's special summoned. and they'll shuffle back their IP, and I'm not going to let them get back to another IP. So from here, we will pop escape, or pop chamber and summon out soul, and then pop their new guy. From here, we'll draw escape, which isn't great, but we'll pop our set and bring out Shama. From here, we will link off for Gloomy. We'll bring back their guy, shuffle back 3 more cards. This is a special summon, not ritual summon. And from here, we will link off for Unicorn, as well as access to play around the fact that this contribute our stuff and get in for well over lethal. So for our last match, we're up against Mathmech. Just a very weird deck. They've drawn a terrible hand, so we'll start by normal summoning Ash and triggering Exceed. We'll Ash the Exceed, hoping they have no more extenders. They'll trigger Subtraction and go into Owl Impression. We're not going to let them add everybody's favorite, Circular. They'll go for Splash Mage, bring back Subtraction, go for Heat Soul. We really like to pray they don't draw anything, and unfortunately they draw into Mining. They'll go for Circular, but there's nothing that they can really achieve here because they have a monster in their EMZ. So we're kind of fine. From here, they will pass back to us, and we've drawn a second Prison, which kind of sucks, but is also kind of fine. We'll start with Crossbeat to bait out an Ash, which is great for us. We'll fire Prison, we'll grab Chamber, and we will proceed to set the Chamber, but not before they troll us. We'll pop Chamber and trigger it. We'll grab Sarama here. We'll use Sarama to reset the Chamber. Pop our Aruha and summon out the dog. From here, we will link away their copy of Heat Soul for Abomination. I'll walk in with Sarama because I'm kind of dumb. We'll pop our Sarama and get out a copy of Rakea, and then get in for 15. I missed out on a whole 15 damage because I'm a dumbass. We'll set Prison to pop it and pass back to our opponent. They've drawn Circular because they're the greatest player ever, and we will immediately pop their copy of Circular because we really don't want them to, trigger it. From here, they will just concede as they have no more gas. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really excited for this support. I'm probably going to make some more content now that I understand the deck a little better. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure if you did to like and subscribe.